Hello teachers, this is the instructional guide for Primary 3, Term 2, Week 1. This week we're going to focus on multiplication with and without renaming. Please take note, I'm not following the sequence. If we follow the sequence of 2.0, the booklet that we're supposed to do before this is division, understanding of quotient and remainder. I thought it'd be less confusing for students if we just postpone that topic right until we get to do division. So hence, take note. All right, it will start with this booklet 3.21 MWOR 1/1. Okay, so we'll start with multiplying a two-digit number by one-digit number without renaming. And we're going to use this so-called algorithm way. So this is actually quite easy. What I'd like you to, at the start, right, to explain to student will be this portion here, which was sort of done a couple of weeks ago. So for example, what is 34 times 2? 34 times 2 is the same as if we split up 34 into 30 and 4, right? It'll be 30 times 2 plus 4 times 2. All right. So then you get up to 2 times 30 equals 60. And then 2 times 4 equals 8. So the answer add together 68. Right. So get them to understand this concept first before you teach them the algorithm way. Now to teach them the algorithm way, move on to page 3. Gotta practice. So this is now what they can do. Right. So what is 43 times 2? Okay, they always start with the ones. So 2 times 3 equals 6 ones. All right, and then put a 0 behind, right? If they, I think this is a different method, sorry. So this is actually 2 times 3, right? Show them this method first before we show them the other way. So 2 times 3 equals 6 ones. And then next level will be 2 times 4 tenths, right? This is not 2 times 4, but 2 times 4 tenths, which is 40, equals 80. So you write 8 this way, right? 8 this way. And then you add together, it's 86. Okay, so get them do a few more. All right, some of them might be able to simply just go. You can then just show them. Okay, so if you want a shortcut, right? Instead of doing it in 2 stages, right? Add together, they can just do 3 times 3 equals 9, and then 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 tenths equals 6 tenths, right? So just take note that when you're explaining, do not do 3 times 2 equals 6. Tell them that is 3 times 2 tenths equals 6 tenths. Okay, so we can do the shortcut way. All right, what happens when it's 3-digit? Same thing. Please skip all the way to page 7. Right, so start with this one. So if 3 digits times 2, so 2 times 2 ones equals 4 ones, right? And then 2 times 4 tenths equals 80. 2 times 300 equals 600. So total is, you add up together, 684. All right. Now, then what I'd like you to do, right, is show them, get them to do a shorter way, right, by doing the following questions. So now, they don't have to list it out like that. Please tell them don't do this. Okay, this is just explain to them that they're adding everything up. So you can actually do this way instead. So 2 times 4 equals 8. Then 4 times 2 ones equals 8 ones. 4 times 2 tenths equals 8 tenths. 4 times 2 tenths, 4 times 200 equals 800. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do the guided practice. And then after that, you can see that I'm going to skip a lot of questions, right? In fact, I just somewhere down the road, page 14, get them to do this. Now they have to write out the algorithm on their own. So it's basically 221 times 4. Okay, so make sure that they're able to do this on their own. And then 2 more questions on page 15. This is basically just to get them to understand that product of 21 and 4 is actually 21 times 4. So please get them to write it out on the side, right? And then after that, they do the algorithm, right? And then maybe 2 questions. I think that's fine. And I would skip and go all the way to get them to just do one word problem. Page 19. Okay, bakery sold pies in boxes of 12. May bought 4 such boxes. So write the equation 4 times 12. And then, of course, get them to make sure that they write down the working. I know some of them don't need to write down the working down the algorithms, right? But for this practice, make sure that they do that. Okay, so 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 ones, sorry, times 4 equals 8 ones. 1/10 times 4 equals 4/10. Now, sometimes it is hard for them to explain the tens and ones. You can actually draw this at the start to show them as well. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, and that's it for book 1. Let's move on to book 2. Okay, for book 2, they are doing renaming. All right. So what I'll do is I'll skip some of these questions first. And perhaps just the first one, no, sorry, don't skip. The first one requires regrouping. Okay, so here, all right, let's start with this question. 2 times 4 ones equals 8 ones, right? 2 times 6 tenths equals to 12 tenths. So 12 tenths, you got to write it that way, right? 12 tenths is also equals 120. Okay, so please explain that way. So I suppose that this one will require a bit more practice. Okay, so but that's fine. Now, instead of using this to demonstrate, right, which is a bit confusing, I would suggest that perhaps we can just go to the practice question, guided questions here. So ask them to go to page 6, and then we do 53 times 3, right? So 53 times 3 would be 3 times 3 equals to 9 ones. 3 times 5 tenths equals to 15 tenths, right? So 150. Add them up all together. Okay. Then one more question, right? Just to know that they understand. So what if it's 3-digit? Basically, the 3-digit is the same as 2 times 8 ones plus 2 times 1/10 plus 2 times 200s. Right? So 2 times 8 ones is 16. 2 times 1/10 equals 20. 2 times 200 equals 400. Add together 436. And then we're going to skip all these questions, all right, as practice. I will now want you to show them how to do the shortcut way. How do they do grouping like that, right? So please demonstrate. So here, 2 times 4, 2 ones times 4 equals 8 ones. 8 ones, do you need to rename? No need, right? Anything more, anything 10 or more, then you rename. All right, so make sure that you tell them that. Now, what about 4 times 6? 4 times 6 tenths equals to 24 tenths, right? Remember we say anything more than 10, right, needs to remove. Needs to regroup. So they write 24 here, right? 4 here and the 2 tenths here, right? They write the 2 tenths here. Sorry, this is not 2 tenths, the 200s, right? Because 4 times 6 tenths equals to 24 tenths. 24 tenths is 20 hundredths. And what we call it equals 20 tenths, also same as 200s. So I would suggest that it will be easier if you draw this up for them, so that, you know, as you explain, they can understand, right, how it works. So 4 times 6 again, 4 times 6 equals to 24 tenths. So you put 4 tenths here, and then the 2, right, you put it here. So 1 times 400 equals 400. 400 plus 200 equals 600. Okay, so they probably need a few more practice, right? Explain again using E. And then after that, okay, I would get them to go to page 11, right, and do A. Now 11A, right, is asking them to do 2 methods, right? Please scrape, just do 1 method, right? I'd like them to focus on using this simple way instead of writing all these things down, all right? So make sure that they understand 2 times 4 equals 8, right? Anything that is less than 10, you don't need to regroup. 4 times 6, 24, more than 10, right? So 4, and then after that, 2. So again, get them to do this if, let's say, they find it easier to understand that way. 100, tens, ones. Okay, so I think depending on your class, right, some of them may need more practice, right? Please assign more practices for them if you think so. If not, those who are done already, oh, there are 2 more questions. Sorry, go to page 18, right? Again, the product question. All right, make sure they're able to write the algorithm out on their own. And then one more. Okay, we can do question 6 with them, right? Which is quite fun because they get to understand why Tom is wrong. Okay, or why why Tom is wrong for finding product of 2 and 4, 2 and 48. Okay, forgot to regroup. And then one word problem. Okay, so if they need more practice, let them practice a few more on those pages on top here. Okay. So whereas the rest, right, if you don't need practice, you can work on the corrections. Okay, and that's it for this week. Try to keep it simple with multiplication with and without renaming. Thank you.